What's up, guys? It's Mars. Welcome back to another video. Here back on F1 Fantasy to do the recap of the Chinese Grand Prix. We're going to see my teams, how I did this weekend, and how you guys did, the best teams of my fantasy league. By the way, thank you so much for joining to my fantasy team. I'm really happy to see even more people joining to my league. Really appreciate, guys, and all I can do is just making these videos and thank you. And I like to make these videos because it's not only just I show what I did, but I think it's a good way to interact to you guys. So yeah, and if you like to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more. So further ado, let's go. Chinese Grand Prix 1000 race, how I did, more or less. I did well in some parts, but then I got very penalized in others. So let's go to my first team. So let's see. I choose Kimi Raikkonen, Roman Grosjean, Vettel, Hulkenberg. That's, well, you can see minus 18 points because Hulkenberg was out of the race and I chose as a turbo driver, so it was very unfortunate. I was a little bit, should I choose Raikkonen or Hulkenberg? I'm not entirely sure, but unfortunately I chose Hulkenberg because yeah, I thought the Renault would be stronger, and in fact it was. Ricciardo was best of the rest, but yeah, Hulkenberg's DNF really ruined my plans. He qualified actually very well, but then that DNF was yeah, a minus 9, minus 15, so yeah, it was going to be solid points, but yeah, this happened, and yeah, maybe I shouldn't trust on the Renaults. Maybe I should stop choosing the Renaults to my fantasy team because it's very uncertain, you know. Renault has always some problem during the weekend. Remember, what Australia with, I chose Ricciardo, and Ricciardo had that problems, but Hulkenberg scored a lot of points. Then in Bahrain was a double DNF, and now I chose the wrong driver. So maybe I'm going to start to not choose Renault because yeah, it's not a viable option. Then check Carlos Sainz, yeah, regular points. So yeah, 8 points, much better than Bahrain. I think I chose him. I'm not entirely sure. That was 0 points. So Vettel, okay, it was okay. He scored some good points. He lost some positions. So yeah, it was minus 2. No, sorry, I'm seeing from Australia. Sorry. Oh, okay, here he is. Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate because I was a little bit indecisive between Vettel and Hamilton, but I thought Mercedes and Ferrari were very equal in free practice, and I thought maybe I'm going to choose Ferrari, you know, because they were very strong last year, so the Chinese Grand Prix. So, but yeah, and then I chose as a team Ferrari, so yeah, it was okay. Could be a lot better. Maybe I could choose Mercedes, so maybe I have to start to choose Mercedes, and yeah, it was 97 points, so I'm having some kind of progress, not even in the 100, I know. It's awful. In Australia I scored 81, then I scored 52, and now I scored 97, so yeah, I'm getting some progress. So yeah, I don't know, yeah, I'm very bad in terms of fantasy. I have a lot of bad luck, but let's move on. Maybe next weekend in Azerbaijan I can get 100 points. So second team, this was very good. I got 130 points, so I was very pleased with that. We had the Kimi Raikkonen, Sebastian Vettel, Daniel Kvyat, Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas, and Ferrari. This team had a lot of potential, and I'm not this is a very good team. It has potential. I have Raikkonen, Vettel, and Bottas. Maybe I have enough money, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I have 1.4, so I can change from Bottas to Hamilton, unfortunately. So yeah, like I was saying, this was a very good team. He had some potential, but unfortunately, as you know, Kvyat had that contact, and then he was out of the race, so it was minus 11. And yeah, Lando Norris was neutral, so he lost some positions. He did an average qualifying, but he lost some positions during the race, so it was 0 points. So yeah, it was very unfortunate, this team, because yeah, 130 points, it could be a lot better. For example, I could choose Alex Albon, did an amazing race starting from P20. Yes, I would lose some points, maybe 0 points from qualifying, but then in the race it would be 10 positions gain, more 1 point because he finished in 10th place. I think I would get 11 points. So yeah, it's completely the opposite of Kvyat. And then Lando Norris, yeah, maybe I could choose another driver. McLaren, it's more or less, you know, in terms of being viable. So they did a very good weekend in Bahrain. I don't know if I chose them as a team. No, as you can see, I didn't choose. So yeah, this was a very good team. Okay, Australia was and yeah, Bahrain was 57, now 130. So I could be happy, but yeah, at the same time, it could be a little bit better. Maybe I could choose Albon, but then when I saw Albon crashing in FP3, I thought, okay, going to start in last place. So, and the Toro Rosso is not the best car, I can say, on the midfield, and I thought it wouldn't gain many positions, but I was wrong, and yeah, I start to think in Albon, because if he keeps continuing to make a good performance, he's going to be on my fantasy team. So either way, let's go. And this was awful. This was a shame. And oh god, here we go. 49 points. Oh god, this was very bad. I think I have never had such a low on points. In all my fantasy career, I can say. I started when the F1 Fantasy was released, so in all my short career, or for everyone, this is my worst race weekend. So okay, Charles Leclerc win 19 points. Yeah, he fell down the order because of Verstappen, so yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate. Hamilton was the only thing good in his team, and Bottas as well. So yeah, Hamilton could be a little bit better because he could get pole position. I think it's 1 extra point for pole position, not entirely sure. Let's see. Bottas. No, it's 10 points. Sorry, Jesus. What am I thinking? So yeah, it could be 1 more point. So yeah, it could be 44 on Hamilton, but yeah, that's not much a factor. Hulkenberg again, ruining my plans. Minus 9 points, but as a turbo driver is double. And yeah, Valtteri Bottas, yeah, it's good. Kvyat, and then Toro Rosso with just 14 points. I saw in the race simulations after practice 1 and practice 2, Toro Rosso looked very strong, and then I thought, okay, so Toro Rosso can have a solid weekend. And I already chose the top 3 very expensive drivers, Leclerc, Hamilton, and Bottas, and I had to choose a low team. I can show you to you. Okay, I only 2.7, so maybe I had Toro Rosso and then McLaren. I could choose McLaren, but I wasn't entirely sure if McLaren was good because in practice Toro Rosso looked stronger than McLaren in terms of race simulation. So, but yeah, these were my teams. So it was quite up and downs. I had with 97. My second team with 130. So it was a like I said, it's a team that has potential. So I'm not going to remove these 3 drivers. Maybe Kvyat, I can let him here. Maybe Lando Norris, because yeah, it's McLaren. So these were my teams. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, that's how the game works. So now let's going to see my race league, and as you can see, I'm very down the order in all the leagues. So in the global league, it's 427k. I mean 384k, for example. So, and in my racing league, it's 77, and I'm 33 out of 77. So yeah, I'm not looking very good. So in general, we have Risky for the Biscuit. I think he's in the lead since Australia, so very good job. Let's see what he shows. 168 points. Oh, that is very good. And it shows Lando Norris like me, but yeah, it wasn't a good choice. So chose Verstappen. Okay, it's good. Bottas, Raikkonen as a turbo driver. So yeah, Raikkonen is a very viable choice in terms of turbo driver, but it wasn't the best turbo driver. It was Pierre Gasly. It is a very good race. Gasly is actually the only driver from the top 3 teams that you can turbo, and I didn't turbo in these last 2 races because I chose and then I put a turbo on Australia, but then in Bahrain I didn't do that, and yeah, I think it was a huge mistake not to turbo in the Chinese Grand Prix. So it was very unfortunate. Maybe I'm gonna let Raikkonen stay, but maybe I'm going to start choosing Gasly as a turbo driver, because I think Gasly is now starting to get used to the Red Bull seat. So yeah, I think everyone is going to start to choose Gasly to gain as many points as they can. So Alex Albon, so yeah, a very good race. And by the way, it was a great race for Alex Albon. For last place to P10, that was an amazing performance. So props to him. And yeah, he failed to qualify because of that huge crash. So it was a little bit unfortunate. But then those 10 points really made things better. And then Lando Norris with 0 points and Ferrari with 61. So yeah, that was Set Team, I think his name. Yes, it is. And now let's see, Scuderia Borges. I think I said his name well. I'm not very good with names, I'm sorry for that. 170 points. Wow. Okay, let's see. Vettel, Norris. Okay, a lot of people, some people choosing Norris. So and I can understand because of that amazing performance in Bahrain. I think he finished in P6. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. And then Vettel, Raikkonen, Russell. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure if choosing Williams drivers is a good idea, because they are very slow, but they capitalize with all the DNFs. So when I'm going to choose a team, and maybe I'm going to choose Williams driver when I'm on the cusp in terms of money, and yeah, and the Williams drivers are the cheapest ones. So yeah, maybe Williams is not bad at all. So I have to think that. Yeah, very interesting indeed. People choosing Williams. And yeah, Bottas and then Ferrari. Once again, people choosing Ferrari. Let's see Pureza F1 team. Let's see if he shows the Ferrari. Yes, it is. Everyone chose the Ferrari. I think everyone loves the Ferrari. So let's see what Iago is from Brazil. So we speak the same language. So Leclerc, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi, I think it's not a very good option, to be honest, because yeah, he's not been performing very well in the Alfa Romeo Sauber, and yeah, that kind of penalized his team. Only 4 points. And then Verstappen, Russell, once again choosing the Williams. So I have to start thinking on that. And the result is 158 points. So that was the top 3 of this weekend. So now let's see that the top 3 overall. Now let's see the top 3 from this weekend in China. So with 186 points, we have DM Racing 2. So a good amount of points. So Gasly as a turbo driver, and that is my man. I don't know you, so I don't know what I'm calling my man, but Kai, you did very well to choose Gasly. And yeah, I think I'm going to start to choose Gasly because it seems that he is more used to Red Bull, and now he's going to start to perform better. So I hope so. So yeah, it was a very good choice. I think it was the best turbo driver to choose this weekend, and no surprise, it's a Red Bull. So yeah, 44 points, signed with 8, Stroll with 10. So here, yes, it could be a little bit better. Perez with 20 and Leclerc with 19. So wow, Perez scored more than the Ferrari. Jesus. Ferrari start to hire Perez. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, very regular on points. And Leclerc, oh okay, his position's lost, he had -2, okay, I understood. And then Mercedes, 85 points, bang, and that was the cherry on the top of the cake, was choosing Mercedes as a team. So yeah, I like to choose Ferrari because they look strong, but a more safe option, I think it's Mercedes. So yeah, Ferrari can be strong, but Mercedes, if it doesn't score more points than Ferrari, is going to be always getting good points. So Mercedes is a very good option, and Ferrari it is as well. So let's see the second place. Olaho Burrito, I think I saw your name. Well, Neil, okay, Raikkonen, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Norris again. Some people choosing Norris once again. Perez, and then Ferrari once again. A lot of people, like I said, choosing Ferrari. Raikkonen as a turbo driver, so I think the most turbos were surely that were Raikkonen and maybe Gasly, but more Raikkonen, so despite not being the best turbo one. So let's see the third place, Park the Bus Racing. So let's see how Chris did. 177. So yeah, once again a good amount of points. And what went wrong, it was Hulkenberg. Okay, so but Ricciardo was a great turbo driver. So this is the thing. I want to choose Renault, but at the same time I don't want, because Renault is very unpredictable. I think you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. So this is very a little bit confusing for me, because I'm a little bit indecisive in terms of choosing Renault. So Hamilton, Stroll, Albon, regular ones, Stroll and Albon, and then Mercedes as a team. So a good amount of points. So congratulations. And now let's see. I'm going to see the top 5 of this weekend. So let's see. Ferrari for win, and he has a Mercedes team. Okay, that is a little bit. Okay, either way, Hamilton, Norris, and Magnussen. Oh, Magnussen had 0 points. Wow, really? So, yeah, Magnussen lost a lot of positions. So, yeah, the pace was nowhere near. So, and for Haas as well. If someone shows Haas, and that was very unfortunate. Press F to pay respects. And yeah, Sainz with just 8 points. So, and Ricciardo was a good choice as a turbo driver. So. Yeah, it was a better turbo than Raikkonen actually. So, and let's see the last team. That is actually Portuguese. So, it's from my country. Oh, okay, I forgot the name. What was the name? Scuderia, leave me alone. Okay, I like the name Rodrigo. So, yeah, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi, Sainz, and Hamilton, and yeah, Ferrari once again. So, yeah, it was very good, regular. Good amount of points. Maybe you could put Ricciardo as a turbo driver to be to get this 2 extra points. So, but it was a very good team. No negative points. Maybe Giovinazzi could change a little bit for to Albon, for example. But in a nutshell, is a very good team. So that was my how things look like in my league. So. Now let's and if you guys want to join, here's the code. You just write on the F1 Fantasy site, and yeah, and it's you are joined to the team. So, and once again, thank you so much for joining to my fantasy team. Really appreciate that. And yeah, only thing I can say is thank you, and do these videos like I said. So now what we're going to see is the official ones. You know. If you don't know, is the big men from Formula 1 also played this the F1 Fantasy, this game, I can say. Yes, it's a game. So, but first of all, we're going to see. Okay, I got it. Okay, F1 RS, it was the best team this weekend with 210 points. So, okay, it was Nicole. Okay, so I was wrong. Bottas, Gasly, Perez, Albon, Ricciardo, and then Mercedes with 85. Gasly is a turbo driver, so yeah, very good choice. Perez with 20 points. So yeah, Perez, I think not many people talked about Perez. I think Perez is not the driver that many people choose, to be honest. So, and it was a good surprise for 20 points. So it was a nice amount of points. So. Now we're going to see the verified, in other words, the official ones. And yeah, okay, let's click on China. So once again, if you don't know what is the verified ones, basically the big men's, or the people that are connected to Formula 1, and we all know, for example, WTF1 Tommy, DC Grand Prix, that is David Coulthard. So by the looks of it, I can't see. In terms of just the weekend, I only can see in terms of overall. So let's see how Tom Belligan did. So Hamilton, Gasly, Raikkonen, and yeah, it was actually very good for him. So yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate for Kvyat and Norris, but yeah, it was actually nice by the Mr. Radion. Actually, oh fuck, what am I doing? Okay, verified, come on. So now let's going to see Ross Brawn. So Verstappen, okay, again Norris and Kvyat, like Tom and like me, because I chose Norris and Kvyat as well. So Many people, not many people, some people choosing these ones, and yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate. So let's see how Rob's medley did. So yeah, it was actually good, to be honest. Yeah, Kvyat is just the only bad thing. Kubica with just 4 points, so yeah, could choose Russell for example, and yeah, it was very nice, 160 points. So let's see now David Coulthard, and 138. So it shows Magnussen, yeah, 0 points. Very unfortunate, Norris. So yeah, it could have been a little bit worse for DC. He could choose a driver with negative points, but so it wasn't the end of the world. So yeah, Leclerc, Bottas, and Raikkonen, and Ferrari once again. Everyone choosing Ferrari, Jesus. So Ferrari is very popular on the fantasy side. So let's see Harov, my favorite YouTuber. So yeah, okay, it shows Alfa Romeo. So yeah, for the first time, I'm seeing someone choosing Alfa Romeo. So impressed, and yeah, thanks to Raikkonen, 22 could have been a little bit better with Giovinazzi, but yeah, and then Gasly is a double driver, so it was a very good for RF. So let's jump to Matt WTF1. So where is Matt? Okay, there he is, to finish this. And yeah, Leclerc, Ricciardo, very good choice. Kvyat, Grosjean got at least some points. For the first time he got positive points, I'm seeing here, and you guys can see 6 points, but yeah, he lost some positions. Lost some position on the race, and he didn't lap on Q3, so that penalized a little bit. So but yeah, it was kind of good. So to finish the video, we're going to see the summary, and let's see the best drivers: Hamilton, Vettel, Bottas. So Hamilton with 43, and yeah, Vettel matched with Bottas with 32, and then Verstappen and Gasly, that was the best turbo driver. So and the best team, yeah, was by quite a margin. It was Mercedes with 85, and then Ferrari with 61. So maybe I'm going to start thinking and choose Mercedes. Maybe it's a very good option. So a lot of people, the top transfers, so a lot of people brought Norris to their team, as well for Leclerc and Raikkonen. So yeah, the two McLarens here in the top 5. So but yeah, many people are going to regret choosing Norris, and maybe in 2 weeks time the top transfers out, Norris is going to be the top transfers out. So some people, the most removed people was Ricciardo, then Grosjean, Gasly, Magnussen, and Kvyat. So actually Gasly did very well, and a lot of people removed. So yeah, it wasn't good, and yeah, Kvyat with minus 11. Yeah, was one of them as well. So the best constructors to bring to the teams were Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, Alfa Romeo, and Haas. And yeah, the most a lot of people remove Renault and Red Bull, interestingly, and Ferrari. So yeah, a lot of people bringing Ferrari to the team, but also they're removing, and the same to Mercedes. So let's see the average points by country. Okay, so Finland did very well. So yeah, Bottas and Raikkonen's country. So yeah, I think last race weekend, I think it was Finland in front. So Finland is very strong on fantasy, on F1 fantasy, and then the top average team points. So yeah, the guys with the favorite teams, as Mercedes did very well, and Williams as well. So yeah, at least Williams he helped the order in something. So and the most popular turbo drivers were Ricciardo, despite being the best in terms of top transfers out. So yeah, interesting. And then Raikkonen, Gasly, Magnussen, and Hulkenberg. So yeah, Magnussen and Hulkenberg were very bad in terms of turbo driver, but yeah, I think everything is done and dusted. That was the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This was the F1 Fantasy this weekend. I like always to do this recap after every Grand Prix, and yeah, if you guys like it, I'm sure that I'm going to do more. So thank you so much for watching, and before I finish the video, I created 1 month ago an account on Reddit, and I post some things like onboards and some pictures So if you want to see more content, make sure you follow me on Reddit. The link is going to be in the description. So yeah, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to the channel to see more Formula 1 content. Thank you so much for watching, but now it's time to say goodbye. My name is Tomas, and I'll see you guys next time.